So Disney seems to have a bad track record about doing the gays, if any recent Twitter posts and the backlash is anything to go by.
Damn it. Gays.
But at least we have the Owl House, with its new season to distract us, and maybe a little bit more. Yay! Before we really go into the actual Owl House, it's important to remember just in general that creatives are sometimes restricted by what executives are in charge of their companies at the time. The trend these days is that a creator fights back, or in the case of Steven Universe, threatens to quit. Then a network will usually cave in to avoid the trouble. After all, being gay is not illegal. Last time I checked, anyway. I mean, the be gay and do crimes mean has an and in the middle of it, right? This is one of the reasons we're getting more representation in the last 10 years or so. The other one being old executives retire and new ones take over and have a kind of, hey, maybe this is kind of like, I don't know, immoral vibe going on about it. I think that's why people are flocking to the Owl House in general, because representation, yay! It's got a strong bi creator who ain't having none of that, changing times and all that. If you're new, please subscribe. But we covered the Owl House's development for Season 1. But now, with the start of Season 2, I thought I would throw my 2 cents in for the Season 2 premiere, aka the first time we're introduced to Amity's parents, Odalia and Aladar Blight, and just the development so far. It's like a thing, because everyone's name sounds similar. A comedy! Honestly, for this specific episode, we'll be taking note on how Amity's crush isn't the cause of just any bad reaction, and how the characters that seem like meanie pants and try to kill children can also do so without being bigots. Let's break it down. So this episode revolves a lot around a show floor setup, which instead of like white people appliances, it's weapons and abominations, and these purple things too. Amity is used as a test, and the first tip Odalia senses something is off is when she sees Amity's pictures from Grom, which is a pretty gay episode if you remember. Now the reaction here is that Odalia senses Luce as a threat to her daughter's retention. I'm not sure on the status of if Odalia knows Amity is a lesbian. I mean, it's been confirmed canon by the show staff, but I don't know if Amity has, like, come out to her parents or anything in her community.
I love girls the way that I'm supposed to feel about boys.
Even still, it seems like your mom has picked up on this and basically schemes so Luce will not be an obstacle. Her reaction is not, oh no, my daughter is a lesbian, I have to punish her for her gay crimes, which would definitely be the wrong way to go about it. Her first idea is basically to expel the kids from school, which surprisingly, works without any other kind of outside involvement besides some parents requesting it. This school is weird. Also, weird how upset the principal man is. He's visibly crying in several shots, which I guess is supposed to be for comedic purposes, but also he's pretty invested in these 3 kids out of the rest of the school population. I'm concerned. What eventually works is Odalia makes a deal with Luce to have her help with her evening demo in place of Amity, but she's actually gonna kill her! Oh no! Wow, this is kind of intense. How can she just get away with killing a child?
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die, and I'll silence anyone who gets in my way!
But the in-universe problem is, oh man, Odalia's kind of crazy, not, oh, my daughter is gay, we need to kill the gays because they can't be gay if they're dead.
They can't fall in love if they're dead!
But this episode is also important because it establishes and implies that Luce is now having a crush on Amity, which we again see the rest of the episode in the build-up to, you know, big spoiler, kiss on the cheek, oh no, the gays, oh no. We're also getting a lot of shippy screenshots that people are using, as well as the language here. This is also kind of a big deal, as to my knowledge, we didn't know at this point in the show as Luce returned Amity's affections, but if all that intense blushing is telling us anything, it's that she does! I guess the only way we know what's happening in these shows are all the blushing going on. It's like Morse code, but for shipping.
Hello friends, hello strangers. If you remember me at all from the last Owl House video, you'll remember how I said it's still too soon to consider the show as having good LGBT representation, as Luz and Amity are not yet a couple, and there are no other explicitly LGBT characters in the main cast. Now that we've seen Escaping Expulsion, I would say it's still not quite there, but it's a step in the right direction. As I suspected, the show's unwillingness to waste time really does itself favors here. I was expecting there to be at least 3 more episodes of Amity uselessly gay panicking around Luz before we got anything substantial. Instead, the very next Amity-heavy episode makes it so that the crush is now reciprocated, and Luz is very much a bi mess around Amity. Nothing else has been cemented at the present time, unfortunately, so by my own criteria, that being explicit orientation with an LGBT couple that stays together, I can't say this is where we need it to be yet. But hey, here's hoping that Through the Looking Glass Ruins gives us some payoff. 3 weeks later. Spoiler alert, it gives us fantastic payoff. Like, oh my god, this is far more than I was expecting. I'll definitely be back for that episode review to give my full take, but oh my god, I am so optimistic.
Good for Amity for making that first move. The aspect that makes the Owl House so refreshing is that the audience gets to see an explicit gay romance, and in turn, all the supporting cast don't question or take any issue with it. The problem arises from other aspects of the drama and writing in each episode, and that's how it should be. Keep in mind, this is probably not the fault of any individual creators, since it's no coincidence we're seeing this clear kind of relationship upgrade over the course of these shows coming out. Compare this to something like She-Ra and its representation, which I really like She-Ra, but because specific character sexualities aren't clear, it's in the background or treated like a plot twist, which is a little weird if you think about it. Oh no, Adora was gay the whole time! What if she was straight? Does that mean the world was gonna end? Oh no! I don't know, character sexualities probably shouldn't be a plot twist. It gets messy sometimes. In this show even, Amity goes through a character arc to get to this point. It's not like she gets to this point automatically where she just likes Luce the moment she sees her. Yay! Development of characters. Keep in mind, Disney hasn't had the best track record in making sure everyone is represented equally, but they are getting better if the Owl House is anything to go by. But unfortunately, overseas politics are not conquered overnight. But in situations like this, especially with LGBT+ showrunners are running the show, I would blame the networks and their hesitations for some of their slowness, but we'll get there eventually. So do you like the Owl House so far? Are you watching all the videos? Please watch all the videos. Let me know in the comments to help with the algorithm, and I appreciate that you came here to watch me. If you haven't seen me before, please watch some old videos. They're free for you. See you next time. And that's all, folks, except it's not time for the ending gag.
Why don't you just walk through the front?
Ed.
I dig chicks, man. I might be gay, I don't know.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please remember to leave a comment and share this with a friend or 2 or 5. Click here to subscribe, we really appreciate it. Click here to check out the main collaborator for this video. Click here to check out our video playlist for this video, where you might find similar videos that hopefully you like and enjoy. There's also a credit scroll here, where you can check out all the other awesome contributors. All their info is in the description. That's all I gotta say, KP away!